Hello everyone, great to have us here. I think starting today we are going to start building, and yeah, during these days we shall assign like a day to anyone to pitch. So for example, let me share the Discord that we shall be using. So over the domain Discord, you can check out how to use it, how to pitch through Discord. The main intention is to make sure that we can pitch our ideas, and or we can invite interested parties, investors, things like that, if what we are building is functional and has value, or even we can push it on X if users can bring back that value. So I've shared, this is the link. I've shared it in the, I think I've shared it in in the messages. So please join the Discord. That's the Discord server for Decentracode. It's a good place for everyone to pitch, to present. So we still really have a lot to teach, but we have also talked too much. There are many concepts. I think Prime, you can mute if you don't mind. Yes, I think there are very many concepts that we can still cover, but we need to consolidate what we have learned. So the best way to consolidate what we have learned is for people to start building projects out of what they have learned. Whether you're going to watch a tutorial of how to build what you want to do, our interest is to push ourselves to build something that works, and also to pitch, to know how to pitch. So we shall have daily presentations. So essentially we are pushing, please Manuel mute. So essentially we are pushing pitch Tuesdays to pitch daily. Yes, so daily presentation by each person. So every person will have a day in a week. I think I don't know whether we are 7, or each person will have a day and then we iterate a second time. Yeah, so people can ask, you can tell us where you're stuck, but the main thing of the pitch is that you craft your thing, you package it. Every time you're presenting, it is something that we can take on. Your thing is not packaged. Yeah, even if you didn't complete it, make sure that you've packaged either the idea through at least the way you're showing your slides, and then maybe probably the product is lagging somewhere, and show the progress, or you could have a roadmap. Yes, so it is that serious. So within this time, that's what we are going to be doing. So we know that we're on different levels. There's Okola front end, there's Okola smart contracts. A package, show us your roadmap. And also, though this presentation as an individual, you can collaborate. You can collaborate to make sure that your product comes to life. Because surely all of us now, we are in a phase where we need to go out and start looking out for opportunities. But you're not going to go to someone and just say, hey, I need some money. At least if you move with something you're doing or a product, it makes a lot of sense. So that's going to be what you're going to have as our next phase. Then probably after a month or 1.5 months, we can come back to finish some of the things that we haven't covered. Yeah, but today we have something that we are going to cover. I think one great concept, and then yeah, that's how it's going to be. So I'm excited about this shift. Um, I will encourage others who haven't, been here to listen, and we can also re-listen to this audio and yeah, give us your feedback. I think I can now open up the floor, and each one of us, can tell me what they think about this direction. Probably could invite Lisk or even Santiago Devrel in one of our, pitches. Maybe if we have come up, or someone at least has a solid product. We have all looked at something like Socasm. This is a very fully fledged product, but we can push ourselves to that end so that you can, yeah, push through and become eligible for funding and get funds, or get funding from the users. So yeah, I invite us to the floor to discuss about that. Maria, Nakib, Prime, Agre, and yeah, Teddy. So please share your feedback around that. How do you feel? How confident are you? Um, yeah, probably if you see it's something that you can't manage, learn how to network. Learn how to cause people to help you work out things and come up with something, or develop a research mentality and things like that. Yes, Maria.
Hello everyone. Hope we are all okay.
Your audio is off. Your microphone.
Really? God. Hello?
Yes, Maria is coming. I'm still seeing her hand up. I think she's coming. Yeah, we can keep going on this journey. Yes. Yes. Maria is coming. I'm still seeing her.
Maybe one some other person can.
So, Ted, if you have something to add on that, I encourage us to join the Discord channel for the Central Court. Probably in the future, some of us here could be maintainers of that channel. Yes.
Is it in the Telegram?
So I've shared it here. I can also, I think, share it in the Decentral Code Telegram. Otherwise, yes, that's so far. I need us to discuss. I need us to engage. I need to hear your feedback. Muve mukamoli, muve mukamoli.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, I think the internet is slow, so the transmission is taking. But So, what I wanted to say is it's a wonderful idea, I believe. It will take some time, move and consolidate the concepts that we've mastered through code especially. And I believe for us to be effective, it would be best if a single individual, like you said, can present on a particular day, and then maybe another person this next day. But uh, this is what I'm thinking. Since we're all going to be continuously working on our projects, I think, excuse me. So if a person has presented today, perhaps, and the entire cohort has finished presenting before the week ends, that person should probably present again and give us feedback on the progress that they've made since the previous time that they had a presentation in session, so that we can continuously give feedback to each other and guide each other, and maybe also if you're working on a project and perhaps you would love some help, maybe we could have these projects pushed into GitHub repos, and we could make contributions on each other's projects. I believe that would be helpful for those that are learning from the projects of others, but also us receiving feedback in terms of code from other people in the same in the cohort. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
All right, I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we keep continuing. So I think apart from that, I've shared it um, in our group. So yeah, I ask you to test it out. Try it, see if it brings you to our Discord channel. Then after that, I can share it in the Decentral Code Telegram channel, the main Decentral Code Telegram channel, and yes. So from that, let me share my screen, and we have a session, I think, for 30 minutes or so. I don't know if the internet is okay. So is my screen visible? An emoji can be good. Okay. So today we are going to learn a concept called reentrance. I think yes. So reentrance, the DAO attack, the attack that cost Ethereum $60 million, and also led to creation of Ethereum and Ethereum Classic blockchains. So it's a very serious concept, and we are going to learn how to mitigate against it. Yeah, but let's look at the story behind the reentrance, so that it's a very serious concept in Solidity. So summary: the DAO was a decentralized autonomous organization that was launched in 2016 on the Ethereum blockchain after raising $150 million worth of Ether through a token sale. So the DAO was hacked due to vulnerabilities in its code base. The Ethereum blockchain was eventually hard forked to restore the stolen funds, but not all parties agreed with this decision, which resulted in the network splitting into two distinct blockchains, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So there is a very good article here about the attack. So yes, I think for those interested, let me share this in our group. So as of now, I'm not going to use the rise up. I think This is due to this internet, so the internet is a bit down. I ask you to check out in the rise up in the messaging, and then you can read about that. Our main focus is going to be looking at how reentrance happens, how to mitigate against it. But yes, this was a reality in its own. Yeah, so I think this can also be one of the places where you can read about reentrance. Okay, so the bug which cost $60 million, Reentrancy. So Reentrancy is one of the oldest security vulnerabilities discovered in smart contracts. As one of our friends say that every line, I can change it to every word in your code, is a financial commitment. Yeah, so writing Solidity is not just about writing the language, it's about also knowing the language, testing each and every word that you've written in your smart contract, and also auditing and keeping auditing it even when deployed. So Reentrancy is one of the oldest security vulnerabilities discovered in smart contracts. The exact vulnerability caused the infamous DAO hack of 2016. Over 3.6 million ETH was stolen in the hack, which is worth billions of dollars today. At the time, the DAO contained 15% of all Ethereum on the network, as Ethereum was relatively new. So the failure was having a negative impact on Ethereum network, and Vitalik Buterin proposed a software fork where the attacker would never be able to transfer out his ETH. Some people agreed, some did not. This was highly controversial event, and one which still is full of controversy. At the end, it led to Ethereum being forked into two, Ethereum Classic and the Ethereum we know today. So Ethereum Classic's blockchain is the exact same as Ethereum up until the fork, but then proceeded as if the hack did happen, and the attacker still controls the stolen funds. Today's Ethereum implemented the blacklist, and it's as if the attack never happened. But as we talk of today, I think even Ethereum Classic, which is ETC, is worth I think $18 and having up to 2 billion market cap. So yes, so you can read the story from the blog I've sent, and we want to know what is reentrance. I think we have a very good concept. So reentrance is when you have a callback. It's like a fallback function. So a fallback function may be happening in a smart contract before they check about the fallback. Let's say, for example, you send funds. So as we saw yesterday, or as now we know it, smart contracts can talk to smart contracts. So, and this is how actually protocols are formed, by writing smart contracts that keep talking to smart contracts, or externally owned accounts that talk to smart contracts, send ETH, and things like that. So let's take an example. We have contract B calls back into contract A before contract A updates the balance. So we have contract A which checks the balance, sends funds probably to contract B, and then updates the balance. So if contract B can always inject its code to send funds before an update, contract A will send funds and send funds and send funds until it cannot send funds anymore. That means until it is depleted, then contract A will update balance. So this is a scenario that can happen. Okay. So reentrance is the vulnerability in which if contract A calls a function in contract B can then call back into contract A while contract A is still processing. This can lead to some serious vulnerabilities in smart contracts, often creating the possibility of draining funds from a contract. So let's understand how this works with the example shown in the above diagram. Let's say contract A has some function, call it F, that does three things: checks the balance of ETH deposited into contract A by contract B, sends the ETH back to contract B, updates the balance of contract B to 0. Since the balance gets updated after the ETH has been sent, contract B can do some tricky stuff here. If contract B was to create a fallback or receive function in its contract, which would execute when it received ETH, it could call F in contract A again. So since contract A hasn't yet updated the balance of contract B to be 0 at that point, it would send ETH to contract B again, and herein lies the exploit. So, and contract B could keep doing this until contract A was completely out of ETH. So that's the concept of reentrance. So today there are so many ways on how reentrance is being avoided, and I think one of them is introducing what we call the reentrance function. Is it function? But you can inherit the reentrance attack contract. I think that is better here. So I was looking at this, I think somewhere here. So there are many ways to mitigate the reentrance attacks. One of them is using pull over push. When you go to a marketplace and then you sell your NFT, and again you have to claim your funds. So okay, I think this is what I was looking for. So we can look at reentrance after Istanbul, and we look at the mitigations. So they are included among so the Istanbul that was scheduled on this December included among other things EIP 1884, repricing for tri-size dependent opcodes. The keyword is repricing, and it means that some instructions will not cost more gas to execute. The reason why this, because of so much latency that is existing code on chain that runs with a limited amount of gas, may now go over the limit. Okay, so we can go to what is reentrance. So a contract during its normal execution may perform calls to other contracts by doing function calls or simply transferring ether. We have seen transfer, we have seen receive, external. These contracts can themselves call other contracts. In particular, they can call back to the contract that called them, or any other in the call stack. So in that case, we say that the contract is re-entered, and this situation is known as reentrance. So you have a function in this given contract calling this contract, and then the contract has a function that is calling back into the smart contract. So reentrance by itself is not an issue. The issue arises when a contract is re-entered in an inconsistent state. Yeah, so for example, the main invariant is that the sum of all contract balances does not exceed the known total supply. So generally functions assume that when they begin running, they are observing the contract in a consistent state, and they also promise to leave it consistent. Once they have finished running, in the middle of the execution, the invariants may be violated. But this is fine as long as no one can observe the inconsistent state. So the issue is that through reentrance, this becomes possible. It is not only necessary for the invariants to hold when the function finishes, but also at every potential reentrance point. So our code is vulnerable to reentrance attacks when we call untrusted contracts or transfer funds to untrusted accounts. So these accounts can be programmed specifically to abuse invariant violations during a reentrance call. So recently when we had the Bybit attack, it was insinuated that the attacker changed the wallet, deployed a code that changed the wallet during the signing, the wallet that is to receive, and then the code self-destroyed itself. So some kind of also reentrance, I think, but I might not be certain. So if you'd like to play around with this concept to understand it fully, check out the reentrance level in Ethernet. I think I checked out this and it was not there anymore. Okay, so I think the article is out. That's good, we have the discipline. So our solidity work game, what follows spoils the solution to the challenge, so you might want to skip the next. The invariant here is that the amount of funds in the contract is equal to the sum of all entries in the balances mapping. During the execution of the call in the third line, the invariant is broken because amount funds have been transferred out, but balances hasn't been updated yet. So the very same call allows reentrance because msg.sender can be a contract. If an attacker triggered reentrance at this point, they would be able to profit off the broken invariant. So here we have a function that could literally cause a reentrance to this function. So probably we have function withdraw uint amount. So we are waiting a user to input the amount public. If amount is less or equal to balances.msg.sender, so that means that if the amount is less than the amount of the address of the connected address, msg.sender.call value amount. So this call here can trigger a reentrance. That's what the above code is saying. So balance msg.sender minus equals to amount. Probably you have to first put the balance, subtract it, then call this msg.sender. We'll now see several ways to defend against these attacks. So there are several ways to defend against reentrance attacks. One is the checks effect iterations. I don't know whether let me share this. Let me try to open up the Rise app. I'm going to try speed. Wakoyeda. It's very okay. Can also close my So today is 13th. So we have 13th May, March, and then 2025. So we have discussed about during this time, what about settings kugundi ku computer, yeah, in sounds. So each builder will have an opportunity on a given day to present what they are working on and how far they have gone, the bugs, the challenges, and how other builders can contribute. Progress. So after the queue is complete, then we go again. I think also reentrance attacks. So we have that blog, and we also have another blog, I think this one. Then this box far, but you can make your own research. Yes, we have also talked about let's join the Discord. So join the Discord channel. This will be our presentation forum. So link hope some people have joined the Discord, or all of us have joined. Have you joined Agri?
Yeah.
Have you joined the Discord?
Yes.
Yeah, that's now. Have you joined? Tracy, I encourage us to join the Discord. If you don't know how to use it, learn how to use it after the sessions. Learn how to present. Yes, we shall be having our presentations from there. What you're doing, and we shall be presenting this same time. So that's what we are going to be focusing on, building products, and yeah, this same exact time. Zeppelin is higher link. So we are looking at some of the ways to mitigate. So one is checks effect interactions, and we say the first technique that we should mention is known as the checks effects interactions pattern. It describes a way of organizing the statements in a function such that a contractee state is left in a consistent state before calling out other contracts. So this is done by classifying every statement as either a check, an effect, so state change, or an interaction, and ensuring that they are strictly in this order. By placing effects before interactions, we make sure that all state changes are done before any potential reentrance point, leaving the state consistent. This pattern has been discussed quite a lot already, and you should read about it so you can read about it there. But we should be dissatisfied with this approach, though, because it is vulnerable to human error. Program must apply it correctly, and the reviewers must spot any errors. Is it possible to relieve the poor humans from this responsibility? Not as a security conscious developer, you should always distrust humans. Nevertheless, please be kind to them. So the next thing is the reentrance guard, and we have really been talking about the reentrance guard. And the third is pool payments, but probably we can have a recap. So if at any point of execution we are unsure whether our contract is invariant, hold, or not, we should avoid calling other untrusted contracts, because they could re-enter if we have no choice but to do so. So we can try to prevent re-entrance by using a reentrance guard. A reentrance guard is a piece of code that causes execution to fail when reentrance is detected. There is an implementation of this pattern in OpenZeppelin contracts called reentrance guard, which provides non-reentrant modifier. Applying this modifier to a function will render it non-reentrant, and attempts to re-enter this function will be rejected by reverting the call. I think we can read about that. Then the third is the pool payments, and I've been talking about the pool payments. This is practically where if, for example, a seller is selling something, let's say on OpenSea, they have to request for their funds. So your smart contract does not automatically send funds, but it sends them on request. And the summary, so given unstable opcode pricing, we can no longer rely on transfer, and thus reentrance is becoming unavoidable in post-Istanbul world. Attackers can use it against a contract that calls out to untrusted accounts when state invariants are broken. Yeah, so that's it. It's 1811. So I think the next bits are code, but I'm already thinking we have a lot of code that has been we have written a lot of code, and I want to really focus on this. So let me check on us joining the Discord, we are really going to activate work in the Discord. Yes, any discussions on what we are going to be doing next? Yes.
Yeah, I think we can focus on reviewing most of the crucial concepts that can help us understand how to move forward with our projects. Maybe they will guide us on how to choose the projects that we will do next week.
It seems your sound is a bit low. So yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, I was saying, I think we can all kind of like suggest what concepts that we need to understand well. Maybe that would help us choose the projects that we're going to do next week after we've had a session of reinforcing that knowledge.
All right. So today is Thursday. We're having Friday and Saturday. So on Friday, which is tomorrow, yes, we expect someone to really come and speak to us. We can also we want to shift this to from from a tutor to a student to a builder to builder interaction. So please, I ask us to meet our fears. You know, the more you'll be there, like you just confined in your space, you'll have no help. But the quicker, the better. The quicker you create things, the quicker you break things, the quicker you ask that you don't know, the better, and the faster you learn. So yes, I want for me, my aim is to have these sessions to be energetic, like let's interact, tell us what you're working on, tell us what's not working. Is it the front end? Are you implementing tailwind and it's not working? Are you having a bug? Let's build as fast as possible so that we have less baggage or less procrastination, always thinking that maybe after building I'll have this. Build, let's reach out, let's hit the work market, let's put their products, engage in hackathons. Yeah, that's the energy that we should push forward. Then the other thing is probably to hold other builders whom might need help. Or probably it could be that in the last month or also we can start moving out there, going to do some small meetups. I don't know, pushing our products. Yeah, so this is the energy. Let's utilize the time. I think we now are remaining with around 10 weeks or so. So already 6 weeks down. That's really time moving. So let's utilize it. And yes, if you like don't know something, ask someone. Keep asking, keep doing, keep building, keep writing. Watch a tutorial, build. Don't just passively do something. All right. Any feedback? Maria, Tracy, Agre.
Hello. Hello.
I think your settings, you removed the sound in your settings. Tracy, any feedback? Tracy, any feedback?
Hello?
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 Can you hear? You can hear? Yeah, I think it's a
Yeah, I think it's a good idea
because
because you might find that maybe someone is stuck on where they are, or someone is excited about a project. It could be a mini project, but they literally do not know how to start it, or maybe someone needs an addition to the project. Yes, so I believe that next week, if we are given chance to showcase what each of us is really building and maybe capable of, or what topic they are great at, I feel like it's a great idea. And yeah, the whole point is to get out of our fears and able to meet assistance. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Tracy, any feedback?
Personally, I'm excited about the program. Maybe it's where some of us will get the confidence to start building. You know, when you're in class, there is a way you dodge some things. But now, if it has come back to us, I think it is a wake up call for everyone. We are ready to build. Yeah.
Ready to build. Agree.
About the program, I think it's really a good idea. I also believe in learning by building, so I think we should learn a lot to start to build, pitch our ideas, share our challenges with each other. I think to help us learn a lot and also gain confidence in what we are learning and what we are doing.
Okay, so let me hope everyone has joined the Discord. This is going to be yes, I'm seeing really great feedback here. Hello, yeah. So I think I should learn how to remove the verify after people have verified. That's yeah. So I think yes, this is also another task that we start using the Discord very often. Yes. So seriously, I'm excited. Thanks for joining the Discord. I think I can now share the link in the Telegram channel. Otherwise, the floor is open for other discussions. And yes. If there are really no more discussions, I think today's session has been a bit short, but is worth it. So